Will you lose assets if a creditor objects in bankruptcy? Imagine you're in the middle of a bankruptcy case, and suddenly a creditor raises an objection. You might wonder if this means you'll lose your belongings. Let's look into how creditor objections work and what they really mean for your assets. When someone files for bankruptcy, they do so to get relief from debts. There are different types of bankruptcy, like Chapter 7 and Chapter 11. Chapter 7 involves selling off some assets to pay creditors, while Chapter 11 is more about reorganizing debts to keep your business or personal life running smoothly. Creditors can object to a bankruptcy discharge if they believe something isn't right. Common reasons include accusations of fraud, hiding assets, or giving false information. If the court finds the objection valid, it might deny the debtor a discharge of debts. That means you would still owe those debts after the bankruptcy process ends. Now, does that mean you'll lose your assets? Not necessarily. If a creditor objects and the court denies the discharge, it does not automatically take away your property. Instead, it keeps you responsible for paying the debts. If you don't pay, creditors could then pursue collection actions outside of bankruptcy, which might include seizing assets. However, many assets are protected through exemptions. These exemptions vary by state but often include your primary home, a vehicle, and personal belongings up to certain limits. For example, some states allow you to keep a home worth up to a certain dollar amount or a vehicle valued at a specific limit. If your assets fall within these exemptions, they are safe from creditors even if they object to your discharge. In cases where creditors believe you transferred assets to hide them or committed fraud, they might challenge those assets specifically. If the court agrees, those assets could be used to pay debts. But if your assets are protected by exemptions and you haven't engaged in wrongdoing, they usually stay safe. So, to sum it up, a creditor's objection does not automatically mean you'll lose your assets. It can lead to a denial of discharge, which means you still owe money. But your protected assets generally remain safe unless the court finds you acted improperly. Understanding this process can help you see that your belongings are often shielded, and the main concern is whether you'll be responsible for debts after the case.